I hope you're having an amazing day. So as you saw from the title of this video, we are doing my makeup inventory. I am trying to get into my Instagram because I have to film another video. I want to film my makeup wish list for you guys, but it's not working out right now. So we're just going to do another video for now, and then I'll try to film that after. So you might be seeing me in this makeup and shirt for a couple videos. I did also film my 10-second review video. If it's already up, I'll have it linked down below. If not, it's going to be coming pretty soon. So this is my makeup inventory 2020. We are in January. Hope everyone's having an amazing 2020 start to the year, because you know this is going to be our year, so buckle up. So let's start off. If you don't know, well, first of all, if you're interested, just keep on watching. Okay, now you're interested, you're still here, let's get into it. So I did make a list, and I did do like different categories in my makeup. For example, eyeliners, mascara, eyeshadows, primers, blah blah blah, all of the essentials and stuff. And I did get inspired by a YouTuber that I follow and really do enjoy. I just rediscovered her. I did used to follow her, and then I don't know what happened. I'm back on her channel again, you know, watching her content. She's really great at what she does, and she's really informative, and she honestly tells it how it is. Like, I really like her honesty. And I am going to move a little bit over because I'm going to be showing pictures of my actual collection, so you guys don't get bored with me just talking. This is going to be pretty short and sweet and right to the point. I do have the numbers already jotted down, so let's get into this. If you don't know what a makeup inventory is, pretty much I made a list of the products in my collection, and I counted up how many of each I have, and I don't have as much as I thought, because I've been trying to use up a lot of stuff in my collection, and trying to seeing the progress of that in my empties video, and trying to finish up stuff without purchasing more. I really do want to get a use out of my collection, and that's a big goal for me, is to minimize my collection. I don't have as much as most people. You know, some people have a lot of makeup, and that's amazing. But I just, like, I feel like I was going on that road, and that was like my motivation, was to get as much as I could. But honestly, like, trying to use up things and doing project pans, it's just showing me that it's a lot harder to use up makeup than to buy it. So I'm gonna try to use a lot of stuff up, and these numbers are definitely gonna go down in a couple months when I redo this video, hopefully. So let's get into it. So for the first one, it's Eyebrow Products, and I was gonna do like eyebrow pencil, eyebrow powder and stuff. Let me move over a little bit so I can show you guys some pictures. So yeah, so I just ended up putting them all together. Eyebrow pencils, I do have a powder. I have 2 brow sets, and I just put them all together. I do have 6 brow products. I also have a brow and line situation from CoverGirl, so I did count that as 6 products. So 6 products for my eyebrows isn't too bad, actually, so I was okay with that. The next thing is eyeshadow primers, and for this I have 2 of them. One I won in a giveaway, and then the other one I received as a present for Christmas. It came in one of the kits, so 2 eyeshadow primers is pretty good. I do want to get those out of my collection, and then after those are gone, I'm probably just going to start using concealer again. I used to love using concealer as my primer for my eyes, so yeah, I just want to get those out of my collection. And number 3 is face primer, and I did mention this in my 10-second reviews, but I only have one primer at the moment, and it's this e.l.f. Poreless Primer, Poreless Putty Primer, and this one's just the original one, and this one's in Universal Sheer. And this is the only primer that I have at the moment, because I've finished my other ones. After this one is finished, I'm going to purchase another one, and maybe the matte e.l.f. Putty Primer, just because I don't really enjoy using this one by itself, and I do mention that in that video, so I'm not going to talk about it. But yeah, so I only have one face primer. 4 is foundation, and for foundation I have 3 foundations in my collection at the moment. I do want to minimize to only one foundation, one that I love, and so I'm getting rid of the foundations that I don't really like at the moment, and then working my way down to the number 1, to my favorite one, and then just purchase foundations that I know I love, and not just purchase all the time, you know. Like, I don't want to have a whole collection of foundations, and you know, the reality of makeup is that it does go bad, so I don't want to have that be the case with my foundation. So I do want to minimize to 1, and that is a goal, and I'm sure I'm gonna reach that in this year, 2020. But at the current moment, I do have 3 foundations in my collection. Number 5 is concealer, and for concealers I have 4 of them, and I am working my way down as well. I'm doing that for all my products in my collection. Some things are harder than others, but for like liquid stuff in my collection, it's going pretty good, and I am working myself down. So for concealers, I do only have 4 of them, and yeah, I do want to just work down to one concealer that I know and love and trust, and get the concealers that I'm not a big fan of out of my collection because I'm not using them, and it's just gathering dust there. So I am trying to use up a lot of stuff. Okay, next is contour palettes. It's like contour palettes and contour powders. I do own 6 of them. And I feel like some stuff, I got from giveaways, and some stuff I purchased. For example, the Profusion contour palette that I talked about in a recent video. That one I did purchase. Also the Wet n Wild one, I do have a new one. So after that, I think with the Profusion one, I'll be okay. And if that does ever like finish up completely where I pan it and stuff, then I will just use up my Wet n Wild one. Like the Wet n Wild contour palette for me has been really amazing. So I'm going to keep purchasing that because it's so inexpensive. But for now, I do have 6 contour palettes, or bronzer palette and products. So I think I'm okay with that for a long time because powders do last longer. Next is powders, such as loose powders or pressed powders, and I do only own 4 of those. I am working myself down. I'm trying to go through my LA Colors loose powder, so I only have 4 of those. For blushes, I do own 9 blushes, and I am planning to do a blush collection soon so you guys could see what's in my collection. But one of them that I'm counting as a blush is this Cheetos Extra Hot. That's gonna be in my 10-second review video. That's why it's next to me. So I do own 9 blushes. I think that's okay, and I think I'm okay forever on blushes unless I declutter. If you guys watch panning videos or any kind of like panning their makeup or project pan videos, blushes are really hard to pan, and so that's really encouraging me not to purchase blush anymore. And not to mention that I have a blush in one of my highlighting palettes, and then some blushes in some palettes and stuff, so I don't need blushes anytime soon. And I think 9 blushes is pretty okay, and I'll probably try to get that down. It's so hard to use them up though. Next thing is a face palette, and that I only have 1, and for that I was talking about the Too Faced Gingerbread House Party, and it does come with a face palette. It comes with a bronzer in there, a blush, and a highlight. I didn't know how to really categorize, so I just put it all in one. So there's one face palette. And then for highlighters, I do own 17. I like to hopefully get that number down throughout the year, but I do have 17. I do want to start hitting pan on some highlights, like start just sticking to one highlight instead of alternating every day. And for sponges, I thought this would be important because it is part of the makeup routine. I do have 4 sponges. Liquid shadows, I own 7 of those. I think that's okay. I do want to get that number down to 1 or 2. Bullet lipsticks, right now at first, in the beginning of the year, I had 12. And that's because I'm doing a project pan where I'm trying to use up my bullet lipsticks just because I don't really reach for them as much. So I want to get them out of my collection. So there is that project pan going on, but it is a little bit of a spoiler. But I don't know when you guys are going to watch this video. So I do have 11 now at this moment because I did pan my first lipstick. So I do have 11 bullet lipsticks. For eyeshadow palettes, I believe this number is way too big, even though I just did a declutter, and it's because Christmas just passed, and then I purchased some, some dollar palettes, and they're just $1, but they still take up space, and they're still eyeshadows. I have 59 palettes right now. I'm gonna try to get that down. I don't want to add. It's so hard with eyeshadow palettes because it's fun. It's fun to buy a new eyeshadow palette and use it and have fun with it and create looks with it and then talk about it with you guys and share it and share swatches. But yeah, I'm hoping, I don't know how this is gonna go, but at least get down bring that number down by like 5. Hopefully. I'm setting some goals because I know that I'm gonna film this video again throughout the year just so you guys could see my progress, and that's why I'm setting some goals for myself, so I have something to look forward to in the next video and something to compare the numbers to. The next thing in here is setting spray, and for setting spray I only own one of them, and it's the Ebin setting spray. I really enjoyed that one, and I love just having one setting spray that I really enjoy, and that one's really inexpensive. Next thing is mascaras, and mascaras, you know that I just did a declutter of mascaras that were open because a lot of them I had them for way too long, and the one that I do have open right now is the Monsieur Big mini mascara, which I talked about in that video. A lot of the products that I talked about are next to me because I just filmed the video, as I mentioned. So I am trying to work myself down to hopefully 1 or 2 mascaras. I do have 4 at the moment, and a couple of them were from Christmas, but I really love my L'Oreal Lash Paradise, so I do want to work myself down to only 1 or 2 mascaras. I think that would be good. And then just have one open for 3 months and then toss, and then have another one available, and like that. Next thing is liquid liners, and for this I own 6 of them. I do own mostly black liners and a brown one and a blue one, so I do have those, and I do want to also work myself down to maybe 3. I really love liquid liners, and as I've been using them and trying to finish them and pan them, I guess I've noticed what formulas I like more than others. So this is really teaching me to not just buy random stuff and to know what I like, but also sometimes, you know, venture out and try new things, but not just in crazy like big amounts, you know. Pencil liners, I own 6 of them, as I mentioned in a recent video. I do love buying the LA Colors eyeliners because they're just really great, and they're like retractable and super easy, super black. I really enjoy those, and those are super inexpensive. So I do have 6 eyeliners, and I love liners, and I'm gonna keep buying them. And I do have backups, which is why the number is kind of big, as well as lip liners. Lip liners, I own 9 of them. Most of those lip liners, if I use 3 of them the most, I would say, or maybe 2 of them. One of them is like a nude, which I use all the time, every day. There's a burgundy one. All of those are from Ebin, which I've spoken about quite a few times. They're only $1.25 or something. Super inexpensive, and I love buying those. But I do have other lip liners that I don't use, and they're just sitting there, so I do want to get those out of my collection soon by using them up. But it's annoying because a lot of them are like the ones you have to sharpen, so that's annoying. But I do want to use those and get that number down to 1 or 2. The next thing in here is liquid lipsticks, and this is my weakness because I love exchanging and interchanging liquid lipsticks and colors, and I have like a whole collection going on. So for liquid lipsticks, I have 62 liquid lipsticks. Yeah. I have a problem, and a lot of those colors are the same. Like if you've seen some of my past videos, I've done like liquid lipstick little collection videos and stuff, the pick a color series, where I talk about like all my purples, all my pinks and stuff, and a lot of the colors look the same. So what I'm gonna try to do is tackle that after I finish my lipstick project pan that's going on. I do want to tackle my liquid lipsticks and start using those up, and then just have one liquid lipstick per color and in my favorite formula. So trying to use them up is going to show me what formulas I like versus what I don't like. Okay, next thing is glosses, and this is so crazy because I was so obsessed with gloss, and every gloss is so different. Some of them are sticky and then other ones are like lip oily and like super easy to apply, but they like dry up, so then it's like you're not wearing anything on your lips. And then some of them are just ooey gooey, some of them are and I'm not a really big fan of gloss. I was for a while. I feel like on film and in pictures and stuff, it looks really beautiful. I love how it looks like when I take like makeup pictures or like do videos with wearing lip gloss, because it looks really nice and fancy and just cute. But in real life, like everyday life, I don't like gloss, and I don't know. So on that note, I have 16 glosses. I don't know how that happened. How did this happen? Because I don't wear gloss all the time. So that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know how I'm gonna use them up, but I need to, because yeah. And I want to get that number down to 0, and maybe not down to 0, maybe have 1 or 2 glosses, like just in case I'm feeling that fantasy where I want to wear a gloss. Next thing is single shadows, like for example the J Cat Beauty little singles some like pigments and stuff. I do own six of those. I feel like those are pretty okay. I do want to use those up and get those out of my collection. I don't like single stuff anymore. I'm not a big fan of single shadows. I just don't reach for them. I forget about them. So do want to get rid of those. Next thing is glitters. I do own 4 of them. Glitters is a tough one because glitter, you know, if you've seen, they come in those little pots and stuff, and it's a lot of glitter. So I can't get rid of them like by using them up unless I use them forever. Like I feel like glitter lasts forever. So yeah, but those are in my collection. The good thing is only 4. It's not a crazy amount. I'll probably be careful with bringing any more glitters into my collection because I don't use glitters every day. I hate how messy it is. Right now I'm using one of the Stila liquid shadows. Like I just tapped it on my lid, and it's annoying because even just tapping it on, like I got like specks of little like glitter dust on my face, and it irritates me, and I don't know, it's just annoying. So no more glitters are coming into my collection. Hopefully, I don't know how they would because I don't purchase glitters, but there's 4. And the last one on here is lashes, and I do own 14 pairs because of a giveaway that I won in 2019. So I do use them sometimes. I do dabble in lashes, as I mentioned. I do need to purchase a lash glue that works. I do own 2 little glues, lash glues from LA Colors, but I don't like them that much, so I feel like they don't work as well as they did when I first got them. Like they're running out because they're like the little baby teeny tiny ones. So I do want to buy some good glue, and hopefully that makes me want to wear lashes. But for now, I'm really okay with just wearing mascara. So we made it to the end. So I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed filming this for you today. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. I feel like it's going to be longer than I expected. I thought I was just going to go easy breezy. Beautiful cover, girl. That was going to go easy breezy and fast and quick. But honestly, I don't know why I'm like talking a lot today. Everything that I talked about, all the names of the prices, everything is down below. If I mentioned anything, I think I did. I think I did. And let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've done your makeup inventory. If not, I challenge you to do it. If you have a big collection, that's yeah, like I feel like my collection's not that big, but it took a while to count everything and stuff, especially the liquid lipsticks. Yeah, so let me know if you've done it. Let me know if you're gonna do it. It was honestly fun. I'll have all the names of the prices down below, as I mentioned, and as well as some videos that I uploaded last week. If you're interested in those, go ahead and click on the links below. I also have my Insta handle displayed on the screen. I do post a lot of finds from drugstore to high-end makeup finds, so if you're interested in that. I do upload every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every other Sunday, so if you could stick around, that would be amazing. Now, I would truly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Of course, you don't have to. You are your own person and you make your own decisions, but it wouldn't hurt to give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.